Sameach, everyone.
Sameach, Chag Sameach.
Hag Sameach. It's so nice to see all of you, and
Chag
happy
Sameach.
Hanukkah, and and especially here from South Italy, from Calabria, where it is 9 o'clock at night on the first night of Hanukkah, 3 in the afternoon for a lot of you, and I think if you're on the West Coast, it's early, it's the late morning. So welcome everyone, and I hope some of you have your Hanukkah, your Hanukkah menorahs, and of course for the first night first night we need two candles, don't we? We need the shamas and the first night candle, and so we'll be making the blessings, talking a little bit about Hanukkah history, and singing some songs as well, if my voice holds out here for you. And I'd like to, of course, welcome my Trish, my assistant tonight, who's handling us technically. Oh, look at that beautiful menorah there! My goodness, how nice, Paolo. Hi,
Hi, hi.
Catherine. Hello, hello. It's so nice
Chanukah
to see.
Sameach.
Hag Sameach, Hag Sameach. We are going to start this evening with a moment of silence and followed by a poem as we mourn the loss of at least 12 people in Sydney, Australia, killed by a terrorist, and 29 others who were injured. And we keep close in our hearts those injured, the families of those who were murdered, and may their memories be forever for a blessing. As we take just a moment as we remember them, and we stand in solidarity with our brothers and sisters around the world. For those who died, may they rest in peace, and may their memories be for a blessing. And for those who grieve, and for those who are injured, Misha Barak Avotenu Makar Habrakabi Vimotenu. May he who blessed our mothers and our fathers bless them with peace and love. Amen. And the poem that I chose, that some of you know, is by Susie B., and it's called Let There Be Light. In times of darkness, let there be light. In times of heartbreak, let there be light. In times of uncertainty, let there be light. In times of hatred, let there be light. In times of fear, let there be light. And in times of a broken peace, let there be light. And in times of prejudice, let there be light. In times of negativity, let there be light. And so it goes. The list is long, longer than the 8 nights of Hanukkah, longer than we have the strength to willingly recall. Still, each night of Hanukkah, we increase that light, and by the 8th night, an entire rooms are ablaze in a wondrous glow, a glow which grows as home by home the candles are lit. If we are courageous, if we push beyond the tiredness, if we join together as a community, as a nation, as a people, as a world, the lights of Hanukkah can push back the blackness, force the soulless night back into nothingness. And then on the 8th night of Hanukkah, all the world can become a haven, a Mecca from which only good can spread. It is then that the true meaning of the Festival of Lights will shine, and all creation will be bathed in light. And let us say,
Amen.
Amen. got a strange picture here on my
Yeah.
screen.
Someone named Glenn is sharing their screen.
Could we, yeah, I'm wondering if you could
Yeah.
take, can you help me there, Trish, with that?
You can prevent anyone sharing except for the host. So they shouldn't be able to, nobody should be
Right,
able to
I don't
do
know
that.
why stop participant sharing. There we go.
Yeah, that's all you have
Thank
to
you.
do. And if anybody wants to see speaker view, rather, I noticed there was a question. You just have to go into your view settings on the upper, I believe, upper right-hand corner, and you have a choice of gallery or speaker or multi-speaker. If you just want to see the speaker, then press on speaker. Otherwise, leave it on gallery so you can see us all.
Yes, I
Thank
have
you,
it
Leah.
on pinned on the rabbi. But I'm not sure how his was able to get in front of everything, but it's fixed now.
Okay, very good. Did that affect the reading at all?
That, guys, I have no idea.
We could hear the reading?
Yes.
Okay. I'll just go do the last paragraph again. The lights of Hanukkah can push back the blackness, force the soulless night back into nothingness. And then on the eighth night of Hanukkah, all the world can become a haven, a Mecca from which only good can spread. It is then that the true meaning of the Festival of Lights will shine, and all of creation will be bathed in light. It's a beautiful poem written by Susie B., and that's from Ritual, which is the resource arm of the Reconstructionist movement of Reconstructing Judaism. If you'd like to find that poem, or if you send me an email, I'm happy to share it with you. How good and how pleasant it is when we dwell together, when we sit together, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad, as brothers and sisters. So important for our solidarity, sitting shoulder to shoulder tonight, even though some of us are continents away. And Psalm 133 was I know that we have some of our interfaith friends with us this evening as well. This was Pope John Paul II's most favorite psalm, and he liked singing Hine Matov with Rabbi de Segni of Rome, if you can imagine. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachat. Hine Matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachat. Hine Matov, Hine Matov, la 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 la. Hine matov, hine matov, la 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 la. Hine matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachat. A little history of Hanukkah. 200 years before Common Era, the Assyrian Greeks conquered the Jews in the West Jerusalem suburb of Modaim. They wanted to assure capitulation and compliance, and it was not only to win a battle, but it was to control culture, which was why they planned on doing that. That meant no Torah study, no observances of kosher dietary laws. Parents could not give their children Hebrew names. No holiday celebrations of any kind were permitted, and any parent caught circumcising a baby boy would be killed, both parents and the child. The climax came when Antiochus himself forced Mattathias, the leader of the priestly clan, to bow to a statue of Zeus and eat roasted pork, and commanded his family to do the same. Mattathias refused, and he was beaten to death. And we'll stop here for just a moment if we can possibly get that off the screen. Can we try that again? There we go. As Mattathias lay dying, he called his son to his side, Judah, the eldest, and he said, I am dying, but I ask that you continue the fight. I give you the name Maccabee, hammer, Be relentless, never give up. And imagine a hammer, if you will. When you have a nail and a hammer, you have to be relentless if you want to get the nail flush with the wood. You have to keep going and keep going and keep going, even if you bang your thumb. Judah and his brothers and relatives, clansmen, took to the hills, and Judah said, "We will fight." And he was laughed at, scorned. With what? We have no swords, we have no shields, we have no weapons. And Judah said, "We have the element of surprise. At night when their fires burn low and our enemy is asleep in their tents, we will swoop down from the hills and in a surprise attack," which is what they did, and they won. And now it was time to reclaim the temple. 30 years had passed, so no one knew what they were going to find. But when they did open the doors, they found a disgusting mess. The inner and outer courtyards were filled with animal excrement, horses, cows, bulls, donkeys, sheep, and goats, and the sanctuary had been used as a brothel. Judah and his brothers were discouraged, but not Mrs. Maccabee. We don't have a name for her, in the Midrash. We do not have a name for her. Oftentimes women in the Torah and in the Tanakh and in the Bible, as was the custom then, were identified as someone's wife or sister or daughter. So I call her Mrs. Maccabee. That is not in the Tanakh, or is not in the Talmud, I should say. Mrs. Maccabee said, "Sit down, rest, we'll clean it up," which they did, and that was how the tiny cruet with a tiny drop of oil was found. "Let's light the menorah." Now, what did they light? Did they light a Hanukkah menorah? No. They lit this. They lit the 7-branched synagogue menorah. And this is the one that you will find not only in the synagogue, but sometimes at a family table. And it has places for 7 candles or 7 places for oil. And the symbolism is the 6 days of creation and the 7th day of rest. Or we can say the 6 days devoted to our material needs and the 7th day devoted to our spirituality. So the 7-branch candelabra was the symbol of Shabbat, and that's why it was there, and why Mrs. Maccabee was insistent upon lighting the oil. The miracle of lights, the festival of lights commemorating the drop of oil, burned for 8 days and 8 nights. So how did the Hanukkah menorah come about? In the 1st century of the Common Era, the holiday began to take shape. The earliest Hanukkah lights were clay or stone lamps and small cups for oil and wicks. The cups would be placed on a board, and during each day of the festival, a celebrant would come forward and add a lamp to the display. And here's an example of what the first Hanukkah menorah might have looked like. This is a smaller replica. Notice the little jars. 2 of them were broken. We have some of you have seen our collection of Chanukiot in the synagogue, and people have given us Chanukiot from all over the world. This was given to us with the 2 jars missing, but it is a good example of what the first Hanukkah menorah was like. Later, Jewish families constructed a special menorah used only for Hanukkah, and the design was almost a copy of the temple Shabbat menorah. This one is 200 years old, from Rome. Can we see it? Trish, I'm wondering, can you make me a little larger? Everybody can see me large because I see me small.
You should be large. I have it on speaker view.
I'm down in the corner, a little one.
Yeah, I'm trying to, I put it on speaker view, but I'm getting someone else. Not
Me
you.
too. Me
And
too.
I'm seeing you. I was seeing other people too.
Hmm.
Huh.
You can just
Yeah,
click on Rabbi Barbara up in upper right corner and click on pin, and then she will be large always.
yes, she is. I have it on pinned.
Okay. I see
There we
myself
go.
as very small, so I was just asking about how everyone
Yeah,
else
and
could see
well,
me.
other people are having issues too. Does everyone have it set in their view to speaker view?
Yeah, but that didn't work. If you go to Rabbi Barbara's little square, and in the upper right-hand corner of her square, there's an ellipse, like 3 dots. If you click on that, you'll get a drop-down menu, and then click on pin, and that should work.
Well, she's pinned. So now I just unpinned her. So now you're seeing whoever is talking. And then let's try this.
There we go.
pinning,
Does
the
that
pinning only
work?
works on the pinning only works on your own screen.
Yeah.
Okay, did that work? Spotlighting for everyone?
It worked for me finally.
Got it.
Okay.
Thank
All
you.
Okay,
right.
well,
Yippee!
thank you. Thank you
Sorry about
everyone for
that.
for tech support here.
Yes.
Very, very,
A
very much
Hanukkah
appreciated.
miracle.
Yes.
Yeah.
And at a perfect time, because take a look at this Chanukah. This is it's 200 years old. It's
Wow.
from Rome. And notice that there are not places for candles, there are places for oil. And notice the little holes. That's for string to use to ignite the oil. And so how do you deal with the shamus or helping candle, the 9th candle or oil? Here's this place for the shamus with a long, long string to use to light the others. This is solid brass. Some of you have visited me in the synagogue, have held this actually, and this is really heavy and quite interesting. One thing to show you too is the similarity between the Shabbat menorah and the Hanukkah menorah. Some of the first ones that were, the first ones that were made for candles were very, very similar looking to the Shabbat menorah as well. Look how close they are in design. Candles were first used for Hanukkah by in the rabbinic tradition in the 2nd to 4th centuries of the Common Era, but oil was always preferred. Then the medieval European Jewish community began using candles for Hanukkah lights because wax was so much less expensive and easier to obtain than oil. Before electricity, lighting was a significant expense for most societies, with oil being the most expensive. And later on, the Hanukkah menorah got its own name, Hanukkah. In 1924, the Hanukkah became an art form with the creation of a brass cast menorah by German artist Ludwig Yehuda Wolpert. In 2021, the Wolpert Hanukkah was found, and it is now a part of the permanent collection in the Jewish Museum of Berlin. And that's really when the art form was born. So let's take a look at 3. We'll go back to our first one here. This one that I showed you earlier, our traditional one. Very traditional. Maybe this is what you grew up with. Maybe this is one you saw at your bubby's house. Maybe this is one that you see when you Google Hanukkah menorah. It looks like this. But then there's the whimsical one. Can you see this? These are my cats. I have 5 cats. This was a gift to me from my husband, and maybe you've seen some other whimsical ones. They're little trains, little buses, little ribbons and stars. Some very, very cute, very cute and very clever. This one is very interesting. This is from the Mediterranean. This one is actually from Greece, and this was an art form that was found on the tombstones in Jewish cemeteries in the Mediterranean. There would be no Hebrew writing. Instead, the amphora here holding the oil and the olive branch signified a Jewish grave, and that prevented the grave from being desecrated. Historically, the first Chanukah, the first menorahs, celebrated 3 things: religious freedom, miracles, God working in our lives, and a military victory. And so we'll talk a little bit later on about rededication as well. But the celebration of religious freedom and miracles, God working in our lives, and a military victory. And so now we're going to light our Chanukiot. If you have yours with you, anybody want to hold up theirs and show it to us? Oh, okay. I'm looking at Lori. Lori, tell us a little bit about. Oh, that's so beautiful. Very ornate. You want to tell us something about it?
I went to Israel for the first time in the beginning of September. And when I was in Jerusalem on the last day or so, I did something very uncharacteristic of me, is that I went into a store to buy something, which I don't usually do. But the guy was really very nice. Shabbat was about to begin, and he gave me plenty of time to look around. And I asked him what this was about, and he said all of these stones are stones, gemstones found in Israel. They're gemstones of Israel. And
Oh, beautiful.
yeah, I forgot the name of the artist, but it's probably here somewhere. I just can't find it. So I bought it.
Very good. Beautiful. Anyone else have one to show?
If you allow me, I can tell you I have Hanukkah from Warsaw, and I think it's from the Warsaw Ghetto because it's broken. It shows that it has kind of fallen down from somewhere, and I bought it many years ago in an antique shop, a Polish antique shop in Warsaw.
How nice that you saved it. Ritual rescue. Good for you. Anyone else have one they'd like to show?
My Hanukkah is very simple. It's I bought it in Finland. And it says Happy Hanukkah here.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, if you have yours, it's time to light. And we know that when we light the Hanukkah, let's see which one I can use here easily. I'll show you first, and then I'll have to use a table. The shamus candle, the shamus candle is the servant candle, the helping candle that lights the other. And let me turn it this way for me. We place the candles the way we read Hebrew, and we light the newest candle first. So tomorrow, when we have a candle here, well, we'll light here and here. And in the synagogue, we generally, all of us go 4, 3, 2, well, cuatro, tre, due, uno. We do, we count down. So we'll light our shamus candle, And in the Sephardic tradition, we light first and blessing second. Sometimes in the Ashkenazi tradition, it's blessings first and light second, but we'll do it this way.
Rabbi,
Yes.
Amina has asked if she could sing the Brakot today,
Mm-hmm.
if you're doing that.
Yes, we're going to be singing. Here's my shamus candle if you're doing it with me. Okay. And sometimes we have to light the bottom, oops, a little bit so that it sticks. Amina, do you want to sing the first blessing?
Okay, if anybody else doesn't want.
No, go right ahead.
Okay. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher קידשנו במצוותיו, וציוונו להדליק נר של חנוכה. Amen.
Amen. Beautiful. Would you like to do the next one?
Okay. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, שעשה ניסים לאבותינו ואימותינו, בימים ההם בזמן הזה. Amen.
And how about all of us do the Shehekianu, the blessing for the first night, as our gratitude blessing that we are all together and God has given us life and brought us together to celebrate it this season. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. Amen. And in Italian, Benedetto sia tuo, Signore nostro Dio, Re dell'universo, che ci ha santificato con i suoi comandamenti e ci ha comandato di accendere i lumi di Chanukah. Benedetto sia tuo, Signore nostro Dio, Re dell'universo, che compì miracoli per i nostri padri nei tempi passati durante questa stagione. And diciamo, we say Amen. And the Shehekiano, grazie a Dio per l'opportunità di celebrare questa stagione che abbiamo la vita di stare insieme. E diciamo Amen. Everybody light their Hanukkah? I'm going to light one over here. The song we sing after the lighting is Mawatzor. The words to the popular Hebrew Hanukkah song were probably written in the 13th or 14th century, maybe in Germany. Each stanza recounts a miracle, how God saved us from slavery in Egypt, how Esther stopped Haman's plot to kill the Jews, and how we survived the Babylonian exile. The commonly sung English version of this hymn, popularly called Rock of Ages, was written in the 1800s by two American rabbis, but there is an important Italian connection. The melody that is sung by Italian Jews was arranged by the composer Benedetto Marcello in Venice in 1724, and the words of the song are attributed to Queen Esther's uncle Mordecai, who believe that our Jewish faith is strong as a rock, and when the cause is just, God strengthens the weak and subdues the mighty. The translation, Rock of Ages, let our song praise your saving power. You amidst the raging foes were our sheltering tower. Furious they assailed us, but your arm availed us, and your word broke their sword when our own strength failed us. O fortezza, roccia della mia salvezza, è piacevole lodarti. Che la mia casa di preghiera venga restaurata e vi offrirò ringraziamenti. Quando hai preparato una carneficina nel nemico oltraggioso, concluderò con un canto di salmi l'inaugurazione dell'altare. Ma'od Tzor. Leah, would you like to sing Ma'od Tzor for us?
Just a minute. I have to pull up a chart. I was looking for the Italian one. I have it somewhere, but it is not appearing. So I will find another one. I am still looking for the one that I was hoping to share with everyone, the Italian, the Benedetto, but it seems to have disappeared. So I will simply look for another one. Just a minute. Maybe I can find something worthwhile sharing. So, one moment, and I will be right with you. Just a minute. So, I have a whole thing. Here it is. So, oh yes, I could also share this because I've got a whole bunch of information about it. Okay, everybody sing with. Ma'od Tzor yeshurati lechana leshabeach tikon betefilati v'sham toda netzaveach le'ed nachin matbeach nitzar hamabeach az v'gmor b'shir mizmor Chanukah hamizbeach az v'gmor b'shir mizmor Chanukah hamizbeach. I'll put this in the chat because I've got a lot of nice information about it. Oh, this is the English one. Good. I have it in German as well. So if you like, I can share that with everyone. Am I allowed to share in the chat?
Actually,
If
just send it to me and I'll get it to everyone.
Okay, let me just. Oh, it's in. It's in. Yep.
Thank you.
Oh, I only sent it to Amina, for crying out loud. All right.
It went to everybody.
Did everybody get it?
Yeah, I see it in my chat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Leah.
Yeah,
Leah
it went to
is
everybody.
Leah is Cantor Leah, who does Zoomagog on Friday evenings and the virtual European Minyan as well once a month. It's a joy to work with her. In Hebrew, the word Hanukkah literally means rededication.
Dedication.
The root Chanukah is the same root for Hanukkah, to dedicate, to educate, or to train one's mind. And as we remember how Judah and his followers restored the temple, we too can rededicate ourselves to our highest aspirations. Lighting candles when nights are longest reminds us that it takes only a small flame to bring hope and illumination to dark spaces. So, which Hanukkah menorah belongs to you this night? Is it this one? Is it the traditional Hanukkah menorah you've chosen because this Hanukkah makes you feel at one with your traditions? You grew up with Jewish holidays, Jewish food, Jewish customs, and Jewish cousins. The traditional Hanukkah keeps those memories alive to share each year with family and friends. Is this the Hanukkah that you'd like to take as your own? See if we can get this one to light. Here we go. This one is our whimsical Hanukkah. You've chosen this Hanukkah because Hanukkah is your absolutely most favorite ever Jewish holiday. You'd like for everyone around your Hanukkah table to have their own Hanukkah menorah. Hanukkah is a time to bring light to the darkest time of the year. You've chosen this menorah to bring a blast of light and love just when we need it the most. This Hanukkah represents hidden Judaism, and notice the cruet of oil on its design as we talked about earlier. We find this design on tombstones throughout the Mediterranean area as a way to signify a Jewish grave without having to make public that the deceased was Jewish. This symbol often saved the grave from desecration. Maybe you are returning to Judaism, finding and embracing your Jewish roots, finally making that deeply personal connection that you've longed for all your life. Maybe you've been away from Judaism for a while, and now you're back. This Hanukkah menorah is yours. As we take a look again, and as we watch the candles glow, we choose the Hanukkah menorah that best suits us, that best exemplifies our own connection with the holiday. My candles keep going out. Whether it's traditional, whimsical, or personal, we rededicate ourselves to increasing the light. One question that I've had over the years of my several years, 26 now of being a rabbi, is there any meaning behind the color of the candles? And do you know that modern day Kabbalists have found a meaning in each one? The first color is yellow, abundanza, or abundance. The second, orange, connessione, connection. The third, pink, for compassion, compassione. The fourth, green, buona fortuna, good luck. The fifth, Blue, tranquilita, serenity. The 6, purple, spiritualita, spirituality. The 7th, just a little one here to show you black. We usually don't find them in our candle boxes. For protection, protezione. 8 is red, amore, love. And the 9th is the white candle for peace. Each candle has a Kabbalistic spiritual meaning as well. The first candle, the candle that we lit this evening, La prima candela vuol dire libertà. Ricordiamo il coraggio e la dedicazione della famiglia Maccabee. The first candle represents freedom. We remember the dedication and courage of the Maccabees. We give thanks for freedom and rededicate ourselves to the ideals of justice. The second candle, la seconda candela, vuol dire conoscenza, I 5 libri di Mosè. The second candle is for knowledge, specifically the 5 books of Moses. The Torah is our gift. We are reminded of the opportunity we have to study, and we remember that it is our commitment to share the Torah with those around us. The third candle, la terza candela, rappresenta le cose buone che dobbiamo fare per gli altri. The third candle is Gimlut Hasadim, or good deeds. We remember our heritage that calls upon us to remember that we were once strangers in the land of Egypt. We rededicate ourselves to helping the poor and the neglected. The fourth candle, Candela numero 4, è per la comunità. We remember that we are part of a larger family of humankind, of community, and we rededicate ourselves to uphold the dignity of all people. The fifth candle, questa candela numero 5, per la terra, the land. God created the earth for everyone to share. We remember the earth is God's gift to us, and we have the responsibility to save the environment for our children. The sixth candle, la sesta candela, vuol dire speranza, hope. We call to mind the yearning of our brothers and sisters who still live under oppression. We rededicate ourselves to keep the flame of their aspirations alive. The seventh candle, la candela numero 7, vuol dire familia, family. We give thanks for the precious gift of loved ones who share our joys and sorrows. We gather to rededicate ourselves to strengthening the bonds that draw us to one another. The eighth candle, l'ultima candela numero 8, vuol dire pace. Peace. We are reminded that, like Jews in every age, we live in a troubled world that cries out for harmony. We rededicate ourselves to the responsibility of securing shalom for all. Oh, say shalom bimromav, huya say shalom aleinu, ve'akol Israel v'imru, imru, amen. Yaseh shalom. Say shalom, shalom aleinu ve'akol Israel. Say shalom, say shalom, shalom aleinu ve'akol Israel. V'imru. It wouldn't be Hanukkah without this little known Hanukkah story. Back in the 1100s, Rabbi Aiello said, "There are those who say that we have a custom to eat cheese on Hanukkah, di mangiare formaggio durante il tempo di Hanukkah." Why? To commemorate the miracle when Judith, Yehudit, fed cheese to the enemy, and while eating the cheese, we tell the story of Yehudit. Scholars believe that the book of Yehudit of Judith was written about 150 before Common Era, around the time of the Maccabees' revolt. It was written in Hebrew and was translated into Greek, but today only the Greek version survives. And back in medieval times, when Jews began making menorahs and decorating them with Jewish symbols, the first and for many years the only human figure to appear on the Hanukkah menorah was Judith. The minhag, or the custom, is to dramatize the story. And I have a Hanukkah here just to show you, a very unusual one, because you may know we don't have people, designs of people, faces, icons of any kind in the synagogue or on the Hanukkah menorah, but look at this one. This one has faces, and supposedly the person who gave it to me thinks she remembers that these were all the faces of Judith, of Yehudit. And this is a Hanukkah for oil lamps. It is a ceramic one. It's quite heavy. Yehudit was the daughter of a high priest named Yochanan and a distant cousin of Mattathias, the head of the Maccabees family of Hanukkah fame. And she is here to tell her story. I am Yehudit, and in my town there is trouble. A mighty Syrian general has attacked our city. His name is Holofernes, and he is the worst of the worst. Whenever he captured a group of rebellious Jews, he showed no mercy. And now, here he is, ready to kill us all. But we refused to give up our Jewish ways, which made Holofernes even angrier. We Jews fought hard, and when it looked like the Syrians would win, the evil general cut off our food supply. Then he shut down the water. Our people were starving. They were on the verge of surrender. I see what is happening, but I am a widow, barely past my time of mourning. My beloved husband Menashe is gone. So in my sadness, I keep to myself, and I only venture out to bring food to the poor. But the time has come. I must do something. But what? But what to do? I began to speak up. And one day I jumped up upon a barrel and I shouted to the crowd, "I am Yehudit, the noble daughter of Yochanan, high priest, and I say, have faith. I have a plan. I will take my assistant, and together we will go directly to the evil general. May I have your permission? May I go?" The elders of the town were shocked. They were afraid for me, but they were desperate. The elders granted me permission to go to the tent of the horrible general. For the first time since Menashe's death, I decided it was time to dress in my best clothes. I perfumed my hair. I rubbed ochre on my cheeks. I gave my aide a basket to carry, and inside there were rolls, cheese, and 4 bottles of the town's very best wine. Taking my aide by the hand, together we walked straight into the enemy's camp. Halt! Halt! You there? Halt now! Right away we were stopped by the sentries, who demanded to know, who are you and who sent you? We have an important message for your commander, the very brave Holofernes, I said. Please, take us to him at once. When the general saw me, he was enchanted. He never expected to see someone like me in his camp. The look on his face, I could tell that he got ideas, and those ideas were not good. I said, I am a poor widow. Yehudit is my name. I came to tell you exactly how to capture our town, in the hope that you will deal mercifully with its inhabitants. I have heard you are so brave. I just had to see you with my own eyes. I must tell you the truth. We are desperate. We have no food. We have no water. The elders, they keep talking about faith in God, and they just won't surrender. They're almost out of their kosher meat, and they won't eat treif. When the kosher meat is gone, it will be time for you and your soldiers to attack. Holofernes scratched his head. How will I know when it's time to attack? No worries, I told him. I thought about that too. I'll come to your gate every night, and I'll give you an update on how it's going in our town. Holofernes was completely captivated. He bowed, and he thanked me over and over again. He said, if you are telling me the truth, and will indeed help me to capture your city, then you shall be my wife. So he gave orders to all the soldiers. Let the beautiful Yehudit and her aide walk freely in our camp, and if anyone tries any funny business with them, that person will be executed on the spot. And then the evil general ordered his soldiers to put up a big, comfortable tent right next to his own. So now I had just what I wanted, the run of the camp. I could go wherever I wanted. I could do what I liked. Now it was time to take action. I made my way to the general's tent. Oh, Yehudit, the general said, you look so beautiful. Oy, mama. Oy vey. I knew what he wanted, and it wasn't good. I smiled and I said, I have very, very good news for you, General. There is not a scrap of kosher food in the city, so tomorrow you can strike. The general clapped his hands. Wonderful, wonderful. It surely calls for a celebration. Tonight we will have a party, just you and I shall expect you as my honored guest. Thank you, sir, I said. That evening, when I entered Holofernes' tent, the table was laden with a variety of delicacies. The general was delighted to welcome me. Sit down, my dear, eat. But I said, wait. I have prepared special food and wine just for you. My goat cheese is famous all over Judea. I'm sure you'll like it, Your Excellency. He ate it up and he washed it down with strong, undiluted wine I brought for the occasion. Salty cheese, glass of wine, salty cheese, glass of wine, salty cheese. Well, you get the idea. Before long, he was sprawled out on the ground, passed out, drunk as a skunk. I had no time to lose. I propped a pillow up under his head and I rolled him over on his face. I found Holofernes' heavy sword, and taking aim at his neck, I brought the sword down on it with all my might. For a moment, I had to sit down and compose myself. Then I wrapped up the general's head in rags, concealed it under my shawl, and calmly walked out of the general's camp and back to my home. When I arrived, the elders couldn't believe their eyes at what they saw that I had brought them. I shouted, "There is no time to lose. Prepare your men for a surprise attack at dawn. The enemy's camp is not prepared for it. When they run to their commander's tent, they will find his headless body. They will flee for their lives." And that's just what happened. The enemy fled in confusion and terror. Yehudit's bravery saved the town and all of the Jews who lived there. And for her bravery, Yehudit had a special prominence during Hanukkah on the seventh night. Hanukkah is the only Jewish festival that crosses 2 Hebrew months. It begins in Kislev and it ends in Tevet, with the change happening on the seventh night. In the Sephardic tradition, the seventh night is the Hag Habanot festival, the festival of the daughters, the festival that celebrates the bravery of Yehudit. While the 7 candles burn, the women and girls relax as the men serve the aperitivo that they have prepared themselves. Traditionally, this antipasto is an artichoke olive spread accompanied by, of course, a selection of cheeses. In fact, in Jewish literature, in the Shulchan Aruch, it is written that there are those who say that we have the custom to eat cheese on Hanukkah to commemorate the miracle when Judith fed cheese to the enemy. And as the 7 candles burn, we women celebrate by relaxing and opening our gifts. It is traditional for women to receive gifts of jewelry on the 7th night. Often the oldest woman, a grandmother perhaps, will gift a family heirloom to the youngest girl present. And that's not all. In medieval times, when the artistry of making Hanukkah menorahs was just beginning, there was only one human figure that was permitted to be represented on the Hanukkah menorah, and that, of course, was the face of Yehudit. Bendigamos is a poem that is sung during Hanukkah in the Sephardi tradition and often on the 7th night. The words are, "Blessed is the one most high, the eternal one who created us. Let us give thanks for all the good things we have been given. Diamo una benedizione a quella più alta, il Signore che ci ha creati, rendiamo grazie per tutte le cose buone che ci ha dato." Bendigamos al Altísimo, al Señor que nos creó. Démosle agradecimiento por los bienes que nos dio. Alabado sea su santo nombre, porque siempre nos ha apiado. Odula Adonai Kito, Kile Olam Hasto. This is the Ladino language, the language which is a combination of Hebrew and Spanish. My parents spoke Ladino to each other, mostly when they didn't want the kids to know what they were talking about. So my vocabulary was sex and money. And I still remember a lot of those words. And the Bendigamos is also considered to be a kind of anthem for the B'nai Anosim as well. Alabado sea santo nombre, porque siempre nos ha apiado. Odula Adonai Kito, Kile Olam Hasto. Isn't that a pretty song? Very, very nice song. Latkes. We're going to end with food. How about that? And of course, latkes are very much part of the Ashkenazi tradition. Here in the Mediterranean, we eat sufganiyot, and in Italian it's called zappola, which we'll be serving on Tuesday night when we meet in the synagogue and kindle light on 70 Hanukkot all throughout the sanctuary. So before I tell you your latke horoscope, I want a show of hands. How many you either prefer applesauce or sour cream? Okay. How many prefer applesauce on their latke? What do you count? Leave your hands up. What are you seeing, Trish? We don't know. I don't see everybody. Well,
There's almost everybody, well, not everybody has their hands up. About
okay, let's
half. The
let's
first
try.
half had their hands up.
Okay, let's try sour cream. How many prefer sour cream? Hands up.
What if we like both?
Okay, if you prefer applesauce, this is your latke horoscope. If you prefer applesauce on your latkes, you are an extrovert who enjoys to live life to its fullest. You can be extravagant, impulsive, and outspoken, and sometimes show a bit of temper. But you are well organized and a team leader, and you love to travel. You have a great enthusiasm for life. Sour cream. You are a very idealistic person who relies more on intuition rather than logic. You are emotionally expressive and very successful in your friendships. You're a trailblazer who often goes against the grain. You are fun and funny and often lose track of time. I should have picked sour cream. You are unique in a world full of dinner rolls. You are a brioche. Put your hand up if your choice, if your horoscope actually represents you. I would have to say no. Actually, I have to pick sour cream. And of course, it wouldn't be Hanukkah without
Sufganiyot.
Sufganiyot. Yes, here we
Oh, a
are.
dreidel.
Yes, with our little dreidels. The letters on the dreidel, we have so many of these in our synagogue, and we give them away when we have our mass Hanukkah lighting, and it's a kind of a way to remember the holiday. The dreidel started out really as a more serious activity than just a gambling game played with either the gelt, the gold coins, or M&Ms, like to play with as well. But it was legend tells us that during time of persecution, when Jews were not permitted to read the Torah, if when primarily men gathered to read the Torah, they brought children with them to play outside in front of the house where the Torah reading was taking place. And if the children saw trouble coming, saw some soldiers or some of their persecutors making their way down the street, they would run inside and tell the Torah study group to put their holy books away. They took out their dreidels, and if the persecutors came pounding at the door and breaking in and saying, "What are you Jews doing? Are you reading from the Torah? Are you studying?" No, no, we're just playing a little game. And the letters on our dreidel, Nun, Gimel, Hey, and Shin, are the Hebrew letters that form the acronym Nes Gadol Hayim Sham, Hayasham, meaning a great miracle happened there, referring to the Hanukkah miracle of oil. But in Israel, the Shin is often replaced by the Pei for Po, making it Nes Gadol Haya Po, a great miracle happened here and here. So it is not Hanukkah without I had a little dreidel. I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, oh, dreidel I shall play. Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, oh, dreidel I shall play. I had a little dreidel. I made it out of, now it's your turn. Give me a word. Let's see if I can do it. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. You ready, Trish, to see if we
Yes.
get it, if we get any takers? I had a little dreidel. I made it out of
Wood.
I had a little dreidel. I made it out of wood. I really tried to spin it. It would work if it could. Oh, dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. I made it out of wood. And when I tried to spin it, it would work if it really could. I had a little dreidel. I made it out of gold. And when I tried to spin it, it wasn't very old. Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of gold. And when I start to spin it, it wasn't very old. I had a little dreidel. What do I have here? I made it out of, what was that last one?
Love.
Love. I had a little dreidel. I made it out of love. I'm thinking. I had a little dreidel. I made it out of love. It fits every one of us just like a glove. Oh, dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. I made it out of love, and it fits every one of us as thick as a glove. I had a little dreidel. I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, oh, dreidel, I shall play. Nice way to do the dreidel song. If you have a group. Well, we know that we have some of our interfaith friends with us this evening, and I think it's important for you to know that we include you in our celebration for one very important reason. The Maccabees, book 1 and book 2 is not NOT in the Hebrew Tanakh. It is instead in the Catholic Bible. And when we celebrate Hanukkah here in our synagogue, Don Gigi, our local parish priest, will read from his Bible on the book of the Maccabees. We also know that Jesus was born, lived, and died an observant Jew. And when we look to the evangelist gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, when we look in John chapter 10 and verse 22 and 23, what do we find Jesus doing? We find him celebrating Hanukkah. And the quote is, "The feast of the dedication was then taking place in Jerusalem. It was winter, and Jesus walked about the temple in the area of the portico of Solomon." And finally, why 8? Why not 6 days for the drop of oil to burn, or 4, or 12? What is so special about 8? Well, I'm here in Italy in the land of olive oil, where we gather and press the olives to make more oil, a process that even to this day takes 8 days to accomplish. So while the little drop of oil was burning for 8 days, it was giving us Jews exactly the time needed, 8 days, to press some olives to make more oil. The Maccabees, the battle, the victory, the oil, and the light. In the light of Hanukkah, we see that life can be filled with miracles, that anything is possible. So the Kabbalists taught us no matter what happens, no matter the daunting task in front of us, no matter the persecution or the pain, Hanukkah teaches us something very important, especially this year. Hanukkah teaches us that no matter what, we can never, ever lose our hope. And so we share the Kohanim blessing at the end of our time together. If you're with someone, time to put your arm around them. And if you are alone, I'm wrapping you in my talit as we are all close together, as we bless each other for the first night of this beautiful holiday. Yivarech Adonai v'yishmereka, ti benedica Dio, ti custodisca. May God bless you and keep you. Ye'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha. Rivoga Dio solvolto verso di te, ti dia grazia. May the light of God shine upon you, and may God be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. Rivolga Dio suo volto verso di te, ti conceda la pace. May God's presence be with you and give you peace, as we all say together. Amen. Before we go, if you we always like to remind you that we do have a not-for-profit foundation, Friends of Ner Tamid Del Sud, and Trish, you may want to put that up into the chat in case anybody would like to make an end of the year donation. We do a very robust anti-Semitism program in our local schools, and we've been devoting our energies to upper elementary and not to high school, because I'm finding over the years that talking to high schoolers about Jewish tradition and Holocaust remembrance, it seems like it's too late. And upper elementary seems to be where we need to be. So we're hoping to get into many schools here in the Reventino and the Calabrian Mountains again this coming year. Our last message: the lights go out, but they are lit again, and each day for thousands of years, reminding us to hold on to our traditions and our faith. To light the menorah on Hanukkah is to pass on a signal fire that has been kept lit for thousands of years. The lights of the menorah embody the spirit of the Jewish people, a spirit that has outlived the atrocities of every tyrant, because the heart of that flame that has burned for thousands of years, in the heart of that flame lives the soul of the Jewish people, today and always. And let us say, Amen. Havenu shalom alechem. Havenu shalom alechem. Havenu shalom alechem. Havenu shalom, shalom, shalom alechem. Havenu shalom alechem. Havenu shalom alechem. Havenu shalom alechem. Havenu shalom, shalom, shalom alechem. Hag Sameach, everyone. Hag Hanukkah Sameach. Thank you for joining us. And if you'd like to give a message to anyone, tell us your name and where you're from, and give us a Hanukkah message. We're happy to do that right now. If some of you might have to run, we understand that as well. So I'm wondering, Trish, can you bring up like all the people?
Yes, let me unpin you, remove spotlight. There you go. Can you see everybody?
I can see just a
Post everybody. There's 2 pages. So
there's 2 pages. Well, my goodness. Okay, well, I've seen 1 page. So if you'd like to tell us who you are, where you're from, and give us a Hanukkah greeting, just put up your hand, and Trish will pick you out.
Harriet.
It's Dominic Porto. Harriet's other.
Okay.
Hello, Dominic.
Hello, Barbara. So happy to see you, and so happy to be able to participate in this joyous event. Harriet is here with me.
Ciao.
Enjoying.
Ciao. Big hugs to you and Enrico.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome. So nice to have you. Hag Hanukkah Sameach. Happy first night, and enjoy every night up to 8. Anybody else have another greeting? Tell us where you're from.
Christine?
Who do we have?
Christine, but she needs to unmute.
Unmute Christine.
Yeah, I'm unmute. Happy Hanukkah from Mahwah, New Jersey.
Wonderful. Good to have you. Good to have you. You getting some snow?
Yes, we have 6 inches.
Oh, nice. Nice. Very good. Very good. Who else do we have here like to give us a greeting?
Lee?
Ciao Barbara.
Oh, somebody said something.
Oh, Vincenzo.
Ciao.
Ciao Vincenzo, dove sei?
A casa.
A casa Catanzaro?
Sì.
Vincenzo is a member of our congregation. Nice to have you. Hag Hanukkah Sameach.
Yeah.
Ci vediamo martedì.
Spero di venire perché c'è maltempo, Barbara. Poi avete capito?
Oh no, I said, I'll see you Tuesday. He
Io
said
spero
it
di
was
venire.
bad weather. Oi, oi, oi.
No, se no, tanto domenica sicuro per il Bat Mitzvah ci sarò.
Grazie mille. Grazie. Who else do we have like to greet us? Thank you, Vincenzo.
I'd like to ask Robert, as a fellow Minnesotan, where are you from, Robert? What part of Minnesota, part of the frozen chosen? I live in Germany, but I'm from Crosby, Minnesota, from the Iron Range.
Oh.
I live in Wayzata, Minnesota, which is a western suburb of the Twin Cities.
From where?
From where? Wayzata, Minnesota.
Oh, Wayzata. Okay, that's
It's a western suburb of the Twin Cities.
Right. Yeah. I'm from way farther north than that.
Yes.
Yeah, Crosby, up on the range.
Yep, on the Iron Range.
Welcome, Minnesotans. Welcome. We've got any more greetings?
Yes, Alex.
Yes. Hag Hanukkah Sameach from Sweden. And I would like to thank everyone and Rabbi and also Leah for inviting me to this event. It has been very special, and within the Hanukkah here felt really great together with you. Thank you very much.
We're getting a lot of echo, Trish. Do you hear that?
Yes, I think Alex, are you on two devices?
Milano, Italy.
Who's in Milano, Italy?
Oh, I don't know why it keeps doing that. Somebody got two screens on or two mics.
Lori, are you there?
Yes, hi. I don't know why there is. Do you hear the echo?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know why. So I just wanted to say, Rabbi Barbara's acting skills and puppeteering skills really come through.
In my former life. That's right, my previous life.
Yeah, and it was really fun and educational. And I send you all my love and blessings.
Thank you. A couple of things, if you would like to have a copy of the Kabbalistic meaning of each candle, just go to my website, rabbibarbara.com, and you'll see them there, along with the candle blessings, and also a new blog about the earliest menorah.
I think Robert Gale has his audio not muted, so it's coming through his computer. Robert, can you
He's
Here we go.
muted now.
mute
Yes,
your?
that's what it
Yes.
was.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll take three more. Three more before we say goodbye. Anybody else want to say hello?
Hello, here is Paolo and Catherine from Torino in Italy. Hello,
Hello,
everybody.
Catherine. Hello, Paolo.
Sameach,
Any
Chag Sameach to everybody.
Torino is
Sameach.
beautiful. I love Torino.
Ah,
Do we have anyone else like to say hello?
Anna?
Yeah, hi there. Hi, everyone. Anna from Offenbach in Germany. I wish you Chag Sameach, and I hope everyone stays well and we'll have a beautiful time.
Thank you, Anna.
And then Sana?
Yes, Chag Sameach from Schaffhausen, Switzerland. I've passed a very, very wonderful time with you, and thank you with all my heart, Rabbi Barbara. Yes, I am really over the moon, and in my heart there is a big, big candle lighting today.
Very good.
Thank you very
Awesome.
much.
You're
And
welcome. Thank you for being with us. Do we have anybody else? One more and we'll say goodnight.
I think that's everybody.
That's everybody. Thanks so much for being with me. We'll be sharing Tu
It looks like
B'Shvat.
Edmund has a hand up. I don't know if you missed him. There's somebody.
Edmund, where are you? Oh, hello, Edmund.
Edmund has a hand up, yeah.
Yes, I just want to thank Rabbi Barbara for hosting this. We had, I think, 5 of us from Finland, where we're in the far corners of the world up here, and it is so good for helping us build community to be able to come to these online events and connect with other congregations.
Thank you. Thank you, Edmund.
Chag Sameach.
Chag Sameach. Very good.
Thank you, Barbara.
You are quite welcome. Take care. We have somebody in the waiting room. Oh my goodness, what happened?
Yeah, I saw that. A little late. Lori, did you still want to say something? Your hand was up.
No, it was just the clapping hands.
Oh, okay.
For the previous speaker.
Okay.
Just expressing my appreciation. And hello, Dominic and Harriet. So far away in Manhattan.
And so close. Thank you.
Chag Sameach, everyone. Thank you
Chag
again.
Sameach.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Barbara.
So good that we could be together. Take care and be well. Buona notte.
Buonanotte.
Laila tov.
Buonanotte, Chag Sameach.
Buonanotte.
And thank you, Trish. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you very much.